everyone, Katie Freiling here, and it's so great to be here with you today. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, so I was really looking forward to sitting down here and catching up with you and just having a conversation. Now, I'd like to share a little bit about what's been going on in my personal life over the last few weeks and why it's really inspired me to make this video for you today about how to actually transform challenges into power, into opportunity. Now, we as human beings all experience challenges. I mean, it's just a part of life, and I know you know what I'm talking about. So whether you are or have experienced small hiccups in your business, relationships, or you are going through a life-altering challenge, just know that challenges themselves are here for a reason. There is a purpose for why we all experience challenges, and that's really to help us grow. It's really to help us get to the next level of our own personal evolution and development as human beings, as entrepreneurs. So having the mindset, the proper mindset when you do experience challenges in your life is so critical, because you can either A, totally sink into victimhood of, oh, poor me, I'm going to pity myself, everybody else please pity me too, blah, 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 and severely limit your own personal power, or B, you can really step into your power and transform challenges for your highest good. So that's really what I want to talk about today is how to do that. Now, challenges themselves, like I said, are really to help us grow, but they can also be a warning. They can also be a wake-up call of, hey, maybe you need to switch perspectives a little bit. Maybe you need to look through a different lens. Maybe you need to do something a little bit different in your business. Maybe you need to stop working with that person. Maybe you need to, start a new venture over here. Maybe you need to take better care of your health. Whatever it is, there's always a lesson, which I'll actually get into here a little bit later. But I wanted to let you know that I've been going through some minor challenges in my personal life over the last few weeks, and so have a lot of people in my life, my friends, family, whether it's business, relationships, finances, a lot of different things, and it's kind of the culmination of everything is really what inspired me to make this video. But for me, these minor challenges, which I do want to say are minor, and I fully realize that especially compared to what most of the world is going through or has gone through or is enduring, I fully realize they're minor, and I feel so blessed to be where I'm at today. I feel so incredibly fortunate to have this wisdom and this opportunity sitting before me. But over the last few weeks, I got the flu pretty bad. Haven't been that sick in a few years, so I was bedridden for a couple days. B, I had a minor surgery on my face, so I had to get a non-fatal skin cancer removed, which was minor. They did have to take out a big chunk of skin, so I had some bruising and swelling, and the scar here is still healing. So that happened, and then got into a car accident, which, thank goodness, everything's okay. It was minor, although we did total the car, the airbags went off, and, aside from a few minor injuries, everything is okay. But really, each of these things seem to happen one week after the next. So I had to sit back and think to myself, okay, there is something to be learned here. And so I wanted to share with you my process of how to really transform these experiences into a greater amount of personal power. So one being, it's so important to really be in a state of acceptance when you are going through any challenge in your life. Now, what I mean by that is it's totally counterproductive for you to try to resist the experience or resist your emotions and say to yourself, oh, I don't want to feel this right now, or I shouldn't have to deal with this, or this shouldn't be happening to me, blah, blah, blah. All of that is resistance, which actually will perpetuate the situation and give you more of what you actually don't want in the first place. So really important to be in a state of acceptance and self-responsibility for your experience. Now, it doesn't mean that it's always necessarily your fault that you've gone through something, but it was presented to you for a reason. So accept the fact that it's here and now, And, that doesn't mean that you can't take action, that you're just going to sit on your butt all day and, let bad things happen to you. Definitely not. But please be in a state of acceptance of, okay, this is my experience, and, move forward. So next, it's so important that if emotions do come up, if you're feeling really frustrated or really angry, or you're sad, or whatever it is, please just take the time, whether you need to go be by yourself or whatever it is, and feel your emotions. Because if you stuff them down and you try to not feel them and you just let them bottle up, it's really going to blow up in your face one day, and it's really not good for you. It's not good for your health, your body, you mentally, spiritually, anything like that. So feel your emotions and try to feel them without judgment. All right, if you're feeling angry, but then you're judging yourself for feeling angry, it's really not going to do you any good. So just be in a state of non-judgment, feel your emotions. And then, really important, reflect on the lesson. Ask yourself, okay, what am I being shown here? This is really, really critical, because we are presented with challenges so that we can wake up, we can grow, we can, do what it is we need to do to shift gears or make a change. So reflect on what that lesson is. What are you meant to learn? So for myself, with those experiences, one week after another, I realized that they had a lot to do with my body, and that I needed to take better care of my body. Whether it's, making sure that I take my supplements, and I do, smoothies in the morning, I'm exercising so I don't get the flu, maybe putting sunscreen on and wearing hats when I go to the beach so that I'm really taking care of my skin. And with the accident, I wasn't able to, well, actually with all of it, wasn't able to do yoga for a month, which was, interesting for me, because I'm, very consistent about that. So it all kind of had to do with me, in the physical sense. So that really showed me that I need to take, it's time to take better care of my body, really. And it was also a sign to slow down. It was time to slow down, really be more present, and have more awareness in the moment is really what I learned from my experiences. So just reflecting on what the lesson is and everything that you're learning is so important, because if you don't, the universe, unfortunately, or fortunately, will continue to present the same challenge to you over and over and over until you get it. So a lot of people don't understand why sometimes they continue to repeat the same patterns over and over again, and they can't seem to, get out of it or whatnot. It's because you're not learning the lesson the first time. So that's why it's so important to really just take the time and reflect on what the lesson is, and then trust that there is a higher purpose, that there is a reason why you are experiencing something, even if you don't consciously know what it is in the moment. It could be something totally severe, and it could take you off guard, and you're totally not understanding why you're experiencing this. It's okay. You can still reflect on the lesson and just trust in your guidance that you are experiencing it for a reason, and that you will take the right action, and that you will, really learn from this what you're meant to take from it. And then lastly, taking action is so important, because, like I said, being presented with a challenge is most times something that is going to require action, or require a change of action. So just really being aware that, reflecting on the lesson is one thing, but then actually taking action is another. So for me, really taking action to take care of my body is really vital, okay? I can have the realization that I need to, but if I don't actually do it, it's going to perpetuate. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My camera batteries died. But as I was saying, it's just really important to take the necessary action, the right action, the new action possibly, in the right direction. And that is really what will help you to cultivate your sense of personal power, and to really be able to use these experiences and these situations to your own benefit, because you will have learned the lesson and you will be taking steps in the right direction, and it's something that will ultimately help you to reach the next level of your own development and evolution. So thank you so much for hanging out with me here today. I really appreciate it, and I would love to hear from you. So please share with me, maybe a story or an experience that you've had recently or at some point in your life that you've had to learn from, and share the lesson with us here today. I'd love to hear it. And have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Make sure you enjoy it and appreciate it. And I will speak with you soon. Thank you so much.